Good morning. Hello, everybody. Today is our Power Hour. It is Monday, September 12th. Normally, you have Marcy Preble as your host. Today, she's actually doing something really exciting, and she's bringing her son to college and moving him into the dorm. So myself, Kathleen Nichols, Senior Presidential Director here with Lifewave, and the beautiful Jan Rand will be doing the Power Hour together today. So welcome, welcome. And I hope you guys all had an amazing, wonderful weekend. What you can see in the background is the remainings of my daughter's 17-year-old birthday party with sparklies and glittery curtains everywhere. So we had a good weekend. At any rate, today I think I'm going to do like an overview of the system, and then we'll focus on follow-up and close, since that's really the behavior that solidifies those people into saying yes to their health and getting the great benefits that we know are available to everybody with X39, along with the supplemental patches. So there might be, everybody here might be, you've already heard this information, or there might be new people, but like Marcy and Peter have taught me from day one, and they continue to teach. This is a system of duplication. So we teach and we learn the system, and then we teach and we learn the system. And we continue like that because we have a duplicatable system, and that's what we do in order to be successful and reach as many people as possible, right, with this amazing technology. That truly is the mission and the goal, to reach as many people as possible so that we can help people have a better quality of life. And like David says, look younger, live longer, and feel better, right? So that's what that's what we are all here about at the BeActivating team. So with that, I will just start off then. So just kind of an overview. The system, as we know, is 333, ask, share, give. It used to be 331, but you know what? Why were we only inviting one to podcast when it's such an amazing resource? So we'll go over that in a minute. So it's 333. You ask, you expose 3 a day, you give a gift 3 a day, you follow up with 3 a day, invite them to the podcast. So ask, share, give. And the sites that we do for that is startx39now.com. So you guys might or might not know, but we have changed the site from startx39.com to startx39now.com. And the reason is because that is an international site. So we already have, I think, 3 different languages in it. We can add whatever we want as time goes on. Marcy does own startx39.com, startx39now.com. So you might have business cards that still say the other site, no problem, it's still up and running. You also might have the gifting envelopes that have the other site, that's no problem, it's still up and running. But we are in the transition into startx39now.com. And so with that, I'm just going to pull it up so we can look at it, because there's been some great new additions. So before I do that, I just want to go over the site. So it's startx39now.com. That's the one that we use to expose. Startx39biz.com is the site that we do our business from. That's the site that you're going to have all your resources, how to pay, how to get paid. There's other links there. It runs down the system, and it really takes it step by step. It's literally a system laid out for duplication. It's a road to success. You follow those steps, you will be successful. That's startx39biz.com. And then of course our Telegram site, our testimonial, which is 3 years of a library of amazing testimonials. And then of course your replicated website that Lifewave gives you, which would be lifewave.com/patch-it-now, or lifewave.com, Sean Zook. So whatever your first and last name is typically what it is. So those are the 4 sites, just kind of an overview. So I'm going to pull up, let's see, this is it right here, startx39now.com. So it's very similar to the other one, but you can see right up here, look at this. Let me move us out of the way. So you can see, we have it in English, of course, we have it in Spanish, and we have it in Deutsch. Go ahead, Jan.
Are you going to be share screening?
Oh, thank you. I thought I had. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So we'll do it. That was the intent. Okay. Here we go. Share screen. Got it. Perfect. Can you see it now? Okay. So you can see that we've already added 2 languages, and we got Spanish and we got Deutsch, and they are going to just keep coming. So it's amazing. As you guys all know, Lifewave distributes to over 81 countries. And in alignment with that, our tools and our resources are stepping up to the plate and having our resources in other languages also. So it's absolutely amazing. So I just want to show you, let's see, we have added, here we go, look at that. We have added, Marcy and Peter have added the schedule. We've added the BeActivating schedule. So you can see all the Saturday trainings. We have the system. They break it down into the four different Saturdays, which is, like I said, the duplication system. They start with the list making, the follow-up, compensation, and science and doctor overview. And then, of course, the power hour, which we are on now, Wendy's personal development, which is amazing. And then now over here on the right, we have all of the schedule of the podcast. So this is a new addition to this site. And so now you can just go there and see all the different scheduled stuff. Another amazing, another addition to the site is you can now click on the YouTube channel right up here on the left. That is Lifewave Health's YouTube channel. You can click on that and you can have any YouTube video of any of the products, David talking about the products, all the way from Eon to glutathione to SP6, whatever, it's all right here. Lots of stuff about X39 and X49. So super easy access with that new tab on startx39now.com. And then, of course, the weekly testimonial calls is another tab, and then you can click here for more testimonials. So a really fantastic addition to that. So make sure you jump on the new startx39now.com and just scan through it and see how you can use that with the schedule there now. It's really, really a great addition. There's going to be more stuff coming on there. If you have any suggestions at all on what you think might be a great resource, all you have to do is reach out to Marcy or Peter, and they will add it if it's appropriate. So just know that this is a huge resource that we continue to add to, that is a tool at your fingertips to help move your business forward. And we're making it more user-friendly all the time. And we are adding the different languages. So that is absolutely amazing. So I just kind of wanted to show you that one really quick. So the one that I'm going to focus on is startx39biz.com. Let's see, I think I have to open it up. Stop share. I had it ready to go. Just hold on one moment. Oh, there it is. Oh, there we go. And then I go, can you see, or I still need to share?
We can't see. I don't see it yet.
Okay. Okay. So I think I have to reopen it. Just bear with me 1 second.
There we go. We got it.
Right, but that's still startx39now.com, right? Oh,
no, this is.
Oh, yay. Okay, perfect. So you get a little bit of a glimpse into my amazing, depthful technology. I navigate it quite well. Thank you. So yes, this is startx39biz.com. So this is where you're going to do your business from. It's the system. Like I said, 333, ask, share, give, patch 3 a day, follow up with 3, and do 3 invites. And of course, following this call starts our week of office hours. We do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 11 o'clock Pacific for 1 hour. So it's really, you learn it here and then you hop on and you apply it. and it's 3 hours a week. And if you get on and do work with us, then you get a lot of different benefits by doing that. And you also get to feel like part of the community, and you're working, it's all about leverage. We usually have about 100 people on it. And if everyone does 1 hour, that's 100 hours. So bring your people to those office hours. It is amazing on how much you can get done. And right here is the video that you can send out so they can do the training prior to coming. So that's amazing. Again, here's the podcast, but I really want to go down to the system. Oh, a little plug for the October 8th Hawaii event. That's myself and Sheila Hay doing that here in Maui. Everybody's welcome. It's going to be an amazing event. Jan, Marcy, Peter, Claudia, a bunch of people are coming over for that. So we're just going to open up the tab. So this is the first tab. It's like the overview, but then each subsequent tab breaks it down into a more detailed script following, okay? So we're just going to first open up the Ask, Share, Give, and understand the system. So, oh, there we go. There's Bob Campbell's exposing script right there. Okay, we'll just do it right here. We go. So the very first thing you're going to do, right, is you're going to make your list of 10, get a notebook. Marcy's all about the notebook. I actually have 2 notebooks. I have a notebook that is my living, breathing list, right? All I do in that notebook is write names down. I might be in the grocery store. I might be driving my daughter to dance or school or at the pool, at the beach, whatever. Names come into you. And for me, names come in like my intuition. It's an urge, right? It's like, oh, get a hold of Diet. You haven't talked to her in 20 years. I'll write those names down in my notebook. That notebook, you don't filter those names going on that notebook at all. You don't filter it with, I haven't talked to them in 20 years. Oh my gosh, I don't think they have any money. What will they think of me if I'm calling them after 20 years? None of that. A name comes into your head, it goes on that notebook. That is a living list that you add to nonstop. I started that 2.5 years ago, and I add to it all the time. So that's a running list. That's like your main manifesto. Oops, we'll just mute him, okay? And then you have your notebook that you're using on a daily basis. And what you do is you look at your main notebook, grab 10 names, move them over, and you start working with them. And how do you work with them? You either text or you talk. But really, you call them up and you ask them, hey, wow, you've really been on my heart lately. I've been thinking about you. I know we haven't talked in a really long time, but what is going on with you? Right? You open up the conversation. What is going on with you? And they're going to tell you whatever's going on with them. They're going to say, oh my gosh, my husband lost his job and my kids are depressed because they were home for 2 years from school, from COVID, or whatever it is, right? So you're tuning in and resonating with what is going on with them. You're really open-hearted, listening, and ready to be of service. So after they tell you what's going on with them, then you can say, well, guess what? I finally found, like for me, it would be, I finally found something that helped my daughter with her anxiety and depression. And then whatever they say, what? No way, what are you talking about? Well, what do you know about stem cells? And they're going to say whatever they know about stem cells. And then I'm going to say, well, have you heard about the new stem cell technology? And they'll say whatever they said. And then I'm going to elaborate a little bit, probably like, it helped my daughter with her PTSD, anxiety, depression, and me, it repaired my body from injuries from 30 years ago. Let me send you this link. And what is the link you're going to send? startx39now.com. So once you're going to tell them, you're going to send them the link and then ask them, are you available tomorrow at 10 or Wednesday at 2 for a follow-up? To see, no, I would say, are you available tonight at 10 or Wednesday at 2 so I can see what you like best about it? So they're going to choose one of those times. And if one of those times don't work, then you'll just navigate another time to connect. But it's the goal of that conversation is to find out what's going on with them, expose expose the product with what do you know about stem cells? I finally found something, and send them the link. At that point, I don't talk much about it at all after that. I continue the conversation with whatever's going on, just chatting, because I genuinely care what's happening with them. And I, change the subject to, is your daughter still doing sports, or what's your son in college? How's he? Whatever it is. And then making sure that you have the next phone call lined up after getting off of that one, right? So that is the ask. You can see what is going on with you. That's number one. That's what I just said. And then I finally found something to help me with. So if, for example, oh my, what's going on with you? You know what? I just don't feel like I have any friends anymore. I'm so alone. COVID really just cut me off from the rest of the world. Then it would be, really, I finally found something that has given me this beautiful community, and I feel like I finally got at home and I have so many new friends. Really? What was that about? Well, what do you know about stem cells? So whatever is going on with them, it's typically health, finances, community. They want to be more of service. So whatever it is, then you can adjust the finally found something, because honestly, I don't really know anybody that is involved in BeActivating team that this team doesn't click all of those boxes. So definitely be yourself and be authentic. And there's something that you can, I think everyone feels something on those levels. So you could always find that I finally found something that's going to resonate. So you're really tuning in to their needs and what's going on with them, and you're being of service and offering a solution, right? They've told you a problem, you're offering a solution. And our Lifewave team, BeActivating, has really solutions on all levels. I know in my life, it clicked all the boxes and has been a solution on all levels: health, community, finances, humanitarian, service, check, 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 all of the above. So then what do you know about stem cells? So then there's a couple little sub questions. What if you could activate your own stem cells naturally? Of course, I used the one, have you heard about the new stem cell technology? What if you could activate your own stem cells for less than a cup of coffee a day? So those are all different examples, right? And then of course you share your testimonial. Mine was, I finally found something that helps my daughter with PTSD, anxiety from some trauma she experienced. I've recovered from 30-year-old injuries, and my gums are healed. I mean, that's an amazing one. So you get your testimonial down to, a couple sentences. So so that they're still listening. I was hearing Bob Campbell talk the other day, and he said, people aren't listening. People don't listen. They have a really short time span. They have a really short attention span. So you really want to say the least you can with the most impact, send them the link, and then make the appointment for the reschedule. The goal is always to have the next appointment, right? The next connection call. So then we share the story, like I just told you how I would share mine. And then of course we share the link, startx39now.com. And then if you're not calling them and you're doing a text, this is a perfect script for the text. I found stem cell activating patches. They've been life-changing for me. Take a look at the links below. If you like what you see, text me your address and I will give you a 5-day supply to get started. So then you mail out the patches if that's what you're doing, or you send them the link. Okay, so I really want to focus on the follow-up. And it's really great because with these office hours, for example, say you get on today, Monday, and you reach out to somebody and they want the gift. Then you're on the following Monday, and that's when you're following up. So you would send out the gift today and you would follow up the following Monday. you really want to be following up while they're using the patches. I can't tell you how many times I did not do that in the beginning. I mean, in the beginning, I walked out of the house and threw patches in the air. I was so excited. Since then, we've learned to qualify people. We've learned to give them the link first. Yes, I'm interested. Here's the samples. Here's a 5-day supply. And also I've learned to follow up while they have the patches. Because the thing of it is if they don't feel anything while they're wearing the patches and you wait to follow up with them till afterwards, all they're going to say is, I didn't feel anything, they didn't work for me, and that's going to be the end of the conversation. It's ultimately, it's paramount to follow up while they have your gift and while they're using your gift. So what does a follow-up look like? So say, for example, I got on today, which I will be on after this, on the office hours. I reach out to Diette. Yes, she wants a gift. I send her the gift. And now it's the following Monday. It's now the 19th. So I'm going to call Diette. Hey, Diette, how you doing? Did you get your X39 patches? I did. Are you wearing them? No, actually, they're just they're in the kitchen, and I haven't worn them yet. So make it an experience. Go tell them, go get the patches. Let's put it on now. So have them go in the kitchen, get the patches, come back to the phone. Let's put them on together. Look at them. They look like a little Band-Aid. Pull out the adhesives, put it on your back of your neck. Let's actually get it on. So sometimes you have to literally direct them on how to put it on in the moment of now. Pull out the adhesives, put it on your body. Because if we don't make sure that they're wearing them, excuse me, then we wasted our gift. We wasted our money. And I've actually had that experience where I've got a hold of people that had gotten a gift from somebody else, like maybe a year ago, who I don't even know who that person was, and they never put the patches on. And so that means that person never followed up, right? So, as you guys all know, in this industry, if you follow up for the 1 through 4 follow up, you close at 20%. If you follow up on the 5th time, you're closing at 80%. And especially with this, our patches work. That's why we're being so successful here. But this is brand new technology. And it's really, once you've reached out to that person and shared this new latest technology, it really is your responsibility to take their hand and walk them through this journey, because it is so new and so different. They don't really know what's going on, right? So it's your responsibility. It's not like you've just sold them a supplement and they know how to do that. Put it in the mouth and drink 8 ounces of glasses of water. That's a no-brainer. This is new and different. And so really what I want to impress upon you is, give them, it's a respect issue, actually. They said yes to you for the gift. So show up fully for them in the follow-up. It's really respecting them as they trusted you. So I hope that makes sense. It's really at that point, you've joined into, a synergistic, a journey and a team. And so respect the fact that they said yes and follow up with them and help them out, because they really are wanting your help. So respect them, respect you, and respect the fact of the power that the patch can have, and really, follow through and give that person the full ability to say yes on all levels moving forward with their health. So then say, for example, they did wear it, right? So yes, I got the patches in the mail and I have them on and I've been wearing them, and it's day 3. And you know what? I'm not feeling anything. So what are you going to say to that? This is really, Marcy talks a lot about this, where if people have questions and objections, that is fantastic, because what that means is that they're engaged, they're curious, they want to learn, and you are in relationship, right? If they don't have any questions or answers and they're just like, yeah, well, then you haven't engaged them yet. So objections, questions, are amazing. We want that. We want to engage further. So say, for example, they're like, yeah, okay, so I'm on day 3 and I really haven't felt anything. So not sure they're working. So that's an objection. And this is how you would handle it with feel, felt, found, right? So feel, felt, found is a true way. What we want to do is get on the same side of the fence. I don't know, whoever's parents here understands that. You want to get on the same side of your fence as your kid when you're talking about something, right? So that's the same thing, feel, felt, found. So what you would say is, I feel the same way. Oh, I felt the same way. And then I found out that stem cells have an intelligence of their own, and they're going to go to whatever is keeping you alive first. So we don't know. It could be healing your liver. So what you've done is you've let them know that you feel the same way because you felt that, and then you found out that stem cells are going to go to the biggest priority. So it would sound like this. Yeah, I really haven't felt anything. I'm not sure they're working. You know what? I know exactly how you feel. I felt the same way. And then I found out the amazing wisdom that stem cells have. They go to the first thing that is your priority to keep you alive. And that's what's going on. So we really like people to try it for at least 3 months. What do you say? What do you say? You give yourself that benefit, because we do have a 30-day money back guarantee, and I can get you a wholesale kit for $2.99, and you can start this amazing healing journey saying yes to your health. Oh, okay, sure, sounds great, right? So it might not be quite that smooth. Then they might come up with another objection. Oh, I don't know, that sounds like a lot of money. But, actually, it breaks down to less than a cup of coffee a day. So when you break it down, it's like $100 a month, less than a cup of coffee a day. And honestly, once you start wearing it, you're going to feel so amazing that you could probably start stopping taking some of your supplements. So in the long run, you're going to be saving money. Let me send you over the pricing list, and you can get a visual of what I'm talking about here. So that's how I would handle that objection. So say that you called them up and it's really straightforward, right? Oh my gosh, yes. I'm on my first day. Oh, fantastic. Let me remind you how to wear them. You know that you're going to wear them 12 hours on, 12 hours off, right? So you're going to take it off tonight before you go to bed. You're going to leave it off for 12 hours. You're going to put a new one on tomorrow. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember you telling me that before. And also, I want to make sure you drink lots of water, because that helps the effectiveness of it. And if you have, it's going to release any toxins. Remind me again what is going on with you. So then they're going to tell you. And also, did you have any questions on how the technology works? At that point, you can literally just read the envelope, right? The gifting envelope. The stem cell activation patch is made out of, et cetera, et cetera. You literally just have your 5 things right there to work, right? The system that you've printed out, your gifting envelope is right there, your patch summary, and your order form. I'll show you that in a minute, but I have all 5 of those things in sleeves, and they're right there ready to roll. So you can literally just read right from the envelope the explanation of the technology. It says right here, read the envelope to explain the technology. So I highly recommend having those 5 forms at your fingertips when you're doing the follow-up, when you're doing the exposing follow-up and close call. So, and then you can go in. So say they're on day 4. What have you experienced so far? Again, I don't think I really experienced anything yet. That's when you can kind of prompt them. Well, how's your sleep doing? Oh, you know what? Now that you mention it, I did sleep a lot better yesterday. Okay, well, that's the patch. That's normally what people feel in the first few days. How was your energy level? You know what? I did all my chores, went to work, did the laundry, and I had gobs of energy. So what I'm trying to demonstrate there is that a lot of times people, they actually don't think they've experienced anything. So you want to nudge them, and you nudge them with asking about their sleep. You nudge them with asking about their energy level. You nudge them with asking about, did they have more ease through their day? Did it feel like there was a general more sense of well-being? And a lot of times I will find that people who thought they did not experience anything actually had experiences, but they were just so busy that they were distracted and didn't recognize it. So it's really important to know, what the first few things people might be experiencing, which, as we know, is the sleep, the energy, the sense of well-being, like those things. So you can prompt them, and that brings it to their awareness. And then, of course, we always explain, that some people will feel something within the first 7 days. I usually say 3 to 6 weeks, 3 to 6 months. And then I reiterate absolutely that the first patch is already setting 3,000 to 4,000 genes back to a younger expression. That tells them that the first patch is wearing. And then I also love the timeline you guys have probably heard me talk about. 6 weeks, your brain is balanced, relieves PTSD, anxiety, depression. 2 months, your heart is becoming younger. 3 months, your collagen is repairing. And at 6 months, you're starting to reverse your biological age. So I love to put that timeline in there. That is really demonstrating that accumulative wear is going to start getting, all these extra benefits. And then, of course, deep healing occurs at 3 months. So you're listening to the person, you've tuned into their channel, you're responding to them, you're open-hearted, you're loving, you're sharing, you're giving, you're really at that point teamed up with them. And then also, you're weaving in these, you're weaving in the timeline, you're weaving in the 4,000 genes, you're weaving in the different information as you're talking to them. So one of the amazing resources that we have that's compliments of Peter No, as you guys know, it's been going on for like 2 years now, probably over 2 years, is our podcast. I really think that is like the most amazing resource tool that you could possibly use. So literally the first thing I want to do with anybody, this is kind of my bias, I want to invite them to a podcast. So if, say, for example, you've called somebody on Monday morning and you've asked them what is going on with them, what do you know about stem cells? I finally found something. You've sent them the link, invite them to the podcast that night. So they don't have to have already looked at a link. They don't have to have already received, patches from you in the mail. I really feel like in that first conversation that you could invite them that night to the podcast. And remember, we're 3-3-3, right? The last 3 is we patch 3 a day, we follow up with 3 a day, we invite 3 to the podcast. Let that tool do the work for you. And I'm telling you that people get on those podcasts and they resonate with the stories. They love the community. They see the support. They realize that they're could be involved in something so much bigger than themselves. It really is an amazing container. So I can't impress upon you enough to utilize that tool. And so, like I said, I don't care at what stage they're at, invite them to the podcast. So, and as you know, it's 5 days a week, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific. So utilize that resource. I've talked to numerous people that are actually SPDs, senior presidential directors, that say all they did was use that tool and it just built their business like that. So this is the next part, was invite to the Zoom. So then, of course, we take the order. Yeah. And so say, for example, they are, you're on day 3 or 4 and they've felt something maybe, they're still kind of hemming and hawing, that means they need more information. And so what you would say is, I remember when we were talking last week, you told me that you had a really bad knee from an injury years ago, and also you were experiencing arthritis. Is it okay if I send you a testimonial about those issues that people have had results on? Oh yeah, that sounds amazing. Great, I'll send you over a testimonial. And also, there is an amazing 18-minute link by David Schmidt. I'll send that to you. We also have some supplemental patches I think you might be interested. So those are your follow-up links, right? So, depending on how you're dancing and how, where they're at in their life, it's going to be, there's a template for the follow-up, but then you plug into each person on what's going on. So a lot of times they still need the testimonial. And that's why we have that amazing library. Please, everybody, BeActivating team has their own testimonial channel now. Please hop on that invite and join that team, join that channel. You will see that on Start X39 Biz below, which all of the invites to our different telegrams. So hop on that testimonial channel. It's got almost 3 years of testimonials, thousands of them. So, and really what I found is in the beginning, honestly, I didn't send out testimonials. I just, kept talking to them. I would send out another link, whatever. But what I really realized after some time was when you send that testimonial, it does many things. For one thing, it tells them that you care because you took the time to find something that is specific to what they're going through, right? So you've took the time, you've cared, you're showing that you're demonstrating care, that you know exactly what's going on with them. You've responded with something that's going to be completely relevant for them. You've taken the time, and then also they're going to hear a real live story from a person who got results with a same issue that they're dealing with. So I really find now that I've, it was a while ago that I started sending testimonials, but the first I did it, and then I dawned on me, like, this is an amazing tool so that they feel really held and supported. They feel held and supported when you send them a testimonial that is in alignment with what they are dealing with. So don't skim over that tool either. I think it's really important. And so then now you sent the testimonial, you sent David Schmidt's 18-minute video, how the technology works, and maybe you send them the pricing list. Okay, so that was the first follow-up. So now you're gonna call them back because you made an appointment from that day. Okay, I'll give you some time to check out those links. When is a good time to follow up? Oh, okay, Friday at 3, perfect. So Friday at 3, I'm calling them up. Hey, did you get a chance to look at that testimonial? I did. Oh my gosh, it was absolutely amazing. Yeah, I know, right? We have thousands of those. And then I'm going to just go to the follow-up so we can see it more clearly. Let's see. I need to go back. Hold on one sec. Here we go, follow-up. So, right, yeah, did you watch the testimonial? Oh my gosh, I did. I can't believe what that person experienced and what they went through. I know, you know what, we have so many people like that, thousands of them. And I agree, it's just absolutely amazing. Remember what my testimonial was, and then you can reiterate what yours was. So did you get a chance to check out David Schmidt's interview? I did. Wow, isn't he the man? Yes, he is. I've had the pleasure of having dinner with him. He's amazing. He's in such alignment with my values of health and humanity and open-hearted. That's why I'm here at this company, right? And what about the podcast? Did you hop on the podcast? You know what? I didn't. My kids were this, that. We went to the basketball game. No problem. I can send you the recording, or we have one again tonight. and you can invite them again to the one, right? So you can kind of see, how you dance with whatever they have going on. Really, what I like to say is take them across the finish line. And what I mean by that is I'm not attached to whether they're yes or no. Only thing that my job is to expose them, give them information, let them know that I care about them, and walk them across the finish line. So if they haven't said yes, they're only halfway done with the race. If they haven't said no, they're only halfway done. So you walk them all the way across until they're a yes or a no, and you bless them either way, because that's what we do. So I hope that makes sense. You know, a lot of times I can see in the beginning that I stopped watering them. I stopped reaching out to them. Like they had not said yes, and I assumed it was a no, but it wasn't a no. It was just, I need more information. This is so brand new. Please continue to support me with information. And I didn't get that in the beginning. So I tell myself, you know, I have all kinds of people right now that are at different stages, but they're not across the finish line. So I just keep that in my mind, you know, and it's not in any weird way. Like I might go 2 weeks before I, you know, especially if it's been a while, I might go 2 weeks before I send them the next thing. Because sometimes, you know, I signed someone up the other day, it was 2 years. 2 years went by and then they were finally a yes, right? So, and honestly, they brought themselves across the finish line. I had stopped connecting, and that was a huge lesson for myself to not do that, you know? So again, I just, let's see. Oh, you know, and then I want to add a little bit about Bob Campbell's script. I love what he says. If you guys didn't get a chance to be on this Saturday training, Bob Campbell did the last half an hour, and he has an amazing script that Nancy was on it. Awesome. I highly recommend watching it. So was Heidi. Highly recommend watching it. And we're going to be posting that on the site so that you can have it. He's really fine-tuned it. And so the part that the closing and the follow-up part is, you know, he really says to the person, hey, if you start getting results, are you the type of person that's going to share this with other people? Because he's in the place of like, they're coming in as a customer, right? And he's trying to find out if maybe they want to be a wholesale distributor. Hey, if you are you the kind of person that if you get results that you're going to share with your beloveds, you're going to tell your family and friends about this? Well, yeah. Okay. Well, then I have a wholesale kit that you can actually sign up for. We can you'll get your replicated website, and you'll be able to pivot and share, and then you'll get a thank you check when you share and help people have a better life. So yeah, that sounds like something I would like to do. So he just, you know, when you ask someone, are you the kind of person, pretty much everybody would say yes to that. So then that brings them from customer over to wholesale kit. And it also really gracefully introduces the idea that there's a business opportunity here. We always lead with product because that's what's got us all here. That's the patch works. That's what has got us into our success. We always lead with the patch, but that's a really graceful way to let them know that there's a business opportunity here. So I love how he says that. And I really recommend checking out that Saturday training. So just to wrap it up, and then I'm going to open it up for questions if anyone has questions or comments. So our 4 sites are startx39now.com. We are transitioning into that site. It's now international. startx39biz.com. That's the system laid out step-by-step duplication. You just plug in and you follow that, and success is right there. startx39biz. And then our Telegram channels, BeActivating, make sure you get on those. We do have a new testimonial one, and we have a regular chat one. Those links and invites are in Start X39 Biz, so plug into that. And then, of course, your replicated website that Lifewave gives you. So those are the 4 sites that we work from. Thank you, Heidi. So I'm going to, does anyone have any questions? I'm going to open it up to questions or comments or anything. Just unmute yourself.
I would like to know if anybody would like to share like a real life experience when you're doing a follow-up or closing where it's been a challenge. Like what's some real life stuff that's happening that maybe Kathleen could help you with?
That's great, Jan. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Kathleen, I had a unique situation that might not be too unique to me, but I just had a very dear friend in my high school class, which was relatively small, pass away from lung cancer. I did reach out to her and tell her about the patches, but she was convinced she was too far gone. I would love to talk to the other, I went to an all-girls, it wasn't Catholic, but private school. There were only 36 women in our class, and I'd love to reach out to them all. And somehow, not, I don't know, it's kind of an awkward situation because we were all devastated, but I don't want to see any of my other classmates pass away before, their time, so to speak. What would you recommend? And I mean, obviously contacting them one-on-one. And then I thought, gee, what if enough of them are excited that, I could get, Dr. Stacy to do a Zoom call or something like that for this small group that is still just going through a lot of grief because of her sudden, it seemed very sudden passing.
Right. Yeah, I'm really sorry for your loss, Nancy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was just shocking, We talked to them in March and she's, we're going to her funeral in July. It's really,
yeah. So
but that happens a lot.
Yeah.
When we have people that either have a quick disease or suddenly die, and I think, oh gosh, if, I had just gotten to her sooner, but she didn't find out until November. So,
right.
What would you do in terms of my other classmates?
Sure. No, I understand. And then it turns into this, like, I mean, I know for myself, I feel that responsibility, that urge that comes from deep within to share, like we have something that could help so many people, that does help so many people. So I applaud that that's what you want to do, Nancy. So I would literally just reach out to them one-on-one. I mean, obviously you guys are a community that needs to come together for the healing and the condolence and the processing of grief. So I would reach out to them and of course, see how they're doing,
Right.
I mean, you're just so, I can see you're just this beautiful, open-hearted, transparent, authentic, genuine woman, right? So call them up and just be like, oh my gosh, that was so devastating. I'm in my grief and I know you are. And I just, it's bringing me back to when we were all so close and together in school, and just, really show up in your authenticity for each one. And then, you know what? I actually had found something that I wish I could have shared with her if I would have known. And I'd like to share it with everybody now.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful.
You like that?
You. I love it. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome, Nancy. And then when they, and then the Zoom, after you've shared it, the Zoom with Dr. Stacy would be perfect. But yeah, I would just be exactly like you're talking to me, just authentically what is inspiring you. So perfect. Awesome. Thank you. And okay, anybody else?
Here, go ahead. They can hear you.
My name's Tim Hill. The question I had is there should we not target a certain age group? I mean, can I like it. People, I have friends that are 80 years old and that, you know, they're not on a whole lot of medicine. Is it all right? Or do I need to talk to the doctor before I start sticking these patches on?
So that's a fantastic question. Thank you for bringing that up. And so, so our patches are strictly light therapy, which means nothing goes into your body. It's non-transdermal. It does not cross culture with any of the medications that people are taking. You know, we have children, my like 16-year-old daughter's been wearing them for almost 3 years. My 82-year-old dad is wearing them across the continuum. We even, you know, we have children that had, you know, different traumatic accidents that are still very young that are wearing them. So the only thing we say, you know, is if, you know, the company, of course, is not doing testing on pregnant or nursing women, so they'll have to make their own decisions, or children, the parent will have to make their own decisions. But what we do know is it's completely benign, you know, it's completely benign. It's literally just your own body's healing itself. We're harnessing our own body's light to heal itself. So if they have any concern, they can ask their doctor. But yeah, there's no cross culture. I personally patch anybody and everybody.
Okay, thank you. I had one more quick one. I had to attend a funeral this weekend, and I was a little late to this meeting, but I patched out. I gave away all my whole sleeve of X39s. I had to borrow some from my daughter, and I didn't miss how you are going to be able to send the samples. Oh, no, my daughter's got it. You answered the main question I had. Thank you so much. I love it. I love this product. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I'm so glad you love the product. That's what brings us all together. And you can get on. So we have office hours Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So right after this meeting is an office hour, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific for an hour. We get on and it's a quiet Zoom. So you're going to be working. So with that, you would have the ability to send out some gifts to your people. But we do need the follow-up.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, we do need the follow-up, because if we just give the patches away, which is what I did in the beginning,
All right.
you have to follow up, and you want to follow up while they're wearing the patches. And you can get with your upline to learn how to do that better, or you can rewatch this. We're here to help you, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi.
Bye.
Hi.
See you. Oh, hi. Hi, bye and hi. Okay, hi, Thomas.
Bye. Hi. Whatever. I'm Tom Block from Florida. Notice the beautiful scenery behind me,
I do.
but I'm actually sitting at my desk, floating. No. The gentleman that just talked about 80 years old. I'm 86. And in the last 3 months, I've lost 30 pounds.
Wow.
And I feel great. I feel 10 years younger. I have no pain when I get up in the morning. And I'd just like to know that there's a lot of veterans out there, and we've met some veterans that are afraid to take patches because they're afraid to lose their benefits. Well, that's a lot of bull. There's nothing to do with Veterans Administration benefits. I'm a veteran and I take patches, but the analogy I use is, does your doctor ever tell you to, stop by the drugstore and pick up some, aspirin or something of that nature? And he said, it's the same thing. I mean, you're not getting insured, you're losing insurance because you're taking aspirins from the drugstore. So I just want to let us 86-year-old guys have to get on the stick. That's all.
Absolutely, Thomas. And I would love to get your phone number and have you on the podcast. But can you put it in the chat? I'll grab that. Can you put your phone number in the chat for me?
Well, this is my first time I'm
Okay,
active in the podcast.
just tell it to me out loud. Can you tell me your phone number out loud?
Yeah, area code 941-258-5070.
5070. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Thomas.
And
Yeah,
I live in a community where everybody's got more belly fat, and to try to get these people to quit walking around and trying to lose it, I just said, hey, I got the easy way. Just put a patch on, 3 patches, and I did it and consistently, because I believe that it's going to work. I didn't have any other choice. What else do I have other than going out and running myself to death over the heat? So I'm a beneficiary. I get good breathing. I've reduced a number of pills in my pill tray, and everything is going great. And I'm interested in the follow-ups because you ladies talk a lot more than us men do and communicate. And the follow-up has been a tough time for me because after 20 years in the military, I'm used to just giving orders, not worrying about follow-up, because if they don't follow up, then I'm going to follow up with them. So
right.
But
Right.
thank
So
you.
for you, Thomas, hey, wow, I finally found something where I feel so much younger. I lost 30 pounds and I don't have any pain anymore. Let me send you this link. Bam, they watch the link, give them some patches, within 3 days. Hey, how you doing? You just pick up the phone and follow up.
Just call me Tom. That's my nickname.
Okay, did I call you Thomas?
Yeah. Well, I
Or
see
Mr.
that
or
time.
Mr. Block if I was one of your grunts in the military, right? Sergeant Block. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And then we're here to continue to help you, Tom. I'm Tom. Okay. So this is a great place to plug in at to get it reiterated. We have trainings, and I feel like you're absolutely on the right track. Thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
So Kathleen, there's a question on the chat that Nina's posted. It says the way the company is going, it seems we need to have as many customers as distributors.
Right. So that's a great question. And yes, so we need to have customers. That is going to suffice our requirement for the FDA regulations, where you have to have a certain percentage of customers, and also wholesaler distributors. So yeah, you offer them both options, and organically they're going to get in where they fit in. Does that? Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
Perfect. Thank you so
We
much.
don't have to
Kathy.
direct them to being a customer because we don't have enough customers yet. Because it's company wide, it's not each
It's not
distributor.
each person, and there's we have a lot of customers. I mean, we're worldwide, so there's a lot of people that are just as customers. So we just want to organically give them the options, and they get in where they fit in.
Thank you.
Sure enough. Okay. So we're at 8 o'clock. So if there isn't any more questions, we're going to close this recording. Is everybody good with that? We're going to close the recording. So my recording button disappears on me sometimes, Jan, and this is one of the moments it is. So if you can stop the
I
recording.
don't know that you recorded it.
I did.
Oh, okay.
But if you could stop it, that'd be great.
Hey, is that Kathy? May I ask a quick question? Charles here.
Charles here for